Yo, 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 yo. Do, 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 do. Dum, 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 dum. I gotta lose some weight. I'm looking at my body and the way this camera is, man. I gotta, maybe I should angle like this because I look fat. I look notoriously huge. Notorious HUGE. That should be my stage name, not Bubba. Y'all gonna see the whole body. What's going on? It's Thursday. One more day until me and my lady is gonna be heading to Atlantic City. First time in my life. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. I enjoy hanging out with my lady. She's good people, man. Not only is that's my lover, she's also my real good friend, man. I really enjoy her. We was about to have some weed time the other night. And, you know, getting a little bit older, so sometimes the moisture has its challenges. So she reached for some lubrication, but didn't realize that she grabbed preparation H. And let's just say the swelling has been greatly reduced. And the weed time wasn't as difficult. So, yeah, you could take that however you want to take it. Yeah, I'm a little early, Rocket Man, because I got off of work kind of early, and I want to knock this out. You know, I'm still, you know, I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat on the time or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to still give it the way I give it. But you know, today is Dirty Thursday, and this is a day. Normally during the week, I'm a little deep as far as the content, and I lean towards the cleaner side. But just like if you're on a diet or you're on a fitness regimen, you need yourself a cheat day. You know, you need yourself a day just to do whatever. And that's what I treat the Thursdays as. This is my day of catharsis, to just be dirtier than the motherfucker and say all kinds of niggas and bitches and dicks and pussies and farts and faggots and shit. All kinds of whatever, you know what I mean? Just a little more loose, a little more dirty. This is not children. Today's program, you got to be at least 18 or older to view this, and I would even prefer it to be even higher. You know what I mean? 21 and over. You know, it is not my aim or mission in the artistry to corrupt the young minds. I'm gonna be me and do what it do. I think last week or a week before, it was people that's hopping on my. They claim to be like, some person claimed to be 7 years old, and some person claimed to be 9, and I guess apparently, but I wasn't on. It wasn't a dirty show day, thank goodness. And I guess they claimed they was using their parents' iPad or whatever. You know what I mean? Watching adults on YouTube. So that's the one thing y'all gotta be mindful of, man. This day and age, children just having access to the internet and access to the world, and the world can be a very ugly, disgusting, non-forgiving place, especially to impressionable minds. So y'all got to make sure y'all put the security protocols in place where your children just don't have such easy access to the outside world while they're in your house. Now, if they're in school, they out and about, they have friends' house, that's a little different. Like, and I don't got no kids, but you know, logic is logic is logic. And I've seen my nephews grow up. You know, had a hand in them growing up. You know what I'm saying? So just watch what your kids monitor, and that's right. For the folks, that's why if it's 4 people watching me, it should be at least 4 thumbs up. Help your boy build up and grow. Only way I'm going to grow is when I'm consistent. I do my part. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, between, you know, around 4:30, like Rocket Man said, I'm a little early. What's up, Rohit? I see Rohit hi saying hi to me. My bad. What's good? Saying hi back. But I'm here Monday through Thursday, Friday, and all I ask, if you tune in, just hit that thumbs up button so that can keep me in the algorithm, because everybody do their content, they way, they style, they stilo. So I'm bringing you my steez, man. 6 years later, we're in 26. It's legit been 6 years since COVID popped off. And it's one of those things, just like, everybody remembers where they were at when major things happened in the world. Like when Michael Jackson passed away in 2009, I remember I was working at Red Lobster. And I think went to the bathroom or something. I just heard about it. You know what I mean? I had to step away, go to the bathroom, and shed a few tears. I remember when 9/11 happened. That was on a Tuesday, back in 2001. I remember I was at an appointment. I was at a meeting. I remember, man. You know what I'm saying? So when COVID happened, when it first happened, I just remember all the things that surrounded it. Kobe, like maybe a few weeks before COVID popped off officially, 49ers lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter. What else happened? They said there were like killer bees that were coming from Africa that was supposed to mess up the bee population in America, even though that didn't happen. The government started admitting the existence of aliens. But one thing that really stands out to me, right before COVID, it was all over the internet. There was a stripper that fell 20 feet from the pole, man. It was a stripper that face planted after climbing up 20 feet. She face planted, because she got overzealous. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get all the money. So she was trying to do her special move. And I watched the video probably 1,000 times. She ascends to the top of the pole, ascends to the top of the pole. She gets to the top of the pole. She miscalculates, plummets for like 2 seconds, face plants, boom. We think she dead. But then all of a sudden she hops up on a handstand and does a split. You know what I'm saying? Does a handstand, twerk, twerk, twerk. She drops down to a split, collects all the money. She collects all the money, realizes her teeth is fucked up. So she go home and then she creates a GoFundMe. And she starts boo-hoo crying, boo, boo. She generates $20,000 and then retires from stripping. And I'm saying to myself, there's no way this exotic dancer had a coke habit, because ain't no way in hell you'll retire just off 20K. And then it also made me realize something else. This woman was very strong. She was very resilient. She had to be some type of cybernetic being from the future, because only advanced machinery could withstand that much damage yet still complete its mission. And so I go through that entire story once again, but from the robot's point of view. And this is exactly how it went. This is time to do my special move. This is to get all the money. This is ascend to the top of the pole. This is ascend to the top of the pole. This is, oh shit, miscalculated, plummeting, impact in 2 seconds. Auxiliary power, handstand, twerk, drop down to us, collect all the money, realize my teeth are fucked up, go home, create a GoFundMe, boo, generate $30,000, retire from stripping, it's a good thing I don't have a coke habit, I am a futuristic cybernetic being that can withstand an inordinate amount of damage, yet still complete my mission. I am the Turminator. Yeah, she was a futuristic cybernetic being. That's exactly what she was, man. But COVID was rough. Everybody was afraid to come outside and have relations. Having relations was almost like the Underground Railroad. You had to do it in secret if you didn't have your significant other, man. Using those dating apps was like being a super spreader. But I was going through a dry spell, man. I ain't had nothing in a while. They had me locked up with these COVID restrictions, man. So as soon as the restrictions got somewhat loose, I hopped on one of those freaky dating apps, one of those adult dating apps, and I wound up having a threesome with a 65-year-old couple. It was a cuckold situation, you know what I'm saying? But the dude wanted to be involved too much, so it was like less cuck and more old, you know what I'm saying? And the wife, you know, she had red hair, but her hair was real thin, you know what I'm saying? You could see her skull. It was like a planet with a thin atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? It was like Mars surface, so, you know what I mean? And she had very nice breast implants, you know what I mean? But her skin was as thin as her hair. Her flesh was so thin, you could see the titty bag move around, the rib cage. You could almost make out the seams inside the bag. And she was real old and rigor mortisy, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really go to Pound Town because when I would hit it too hard, she was like, and it was turning me off, you know what I'm saying? It was giving me like a real hard time of keeping it up. So you know what I had to do? I had to do the Ron Jeremy. And for those that know about old school pornos, Ron Jeremy was a chubby porn star from the late 70s and the mid 80s who had trouble keeping his flag saluted. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do the Ron Jeremy. I had to hold the back of the caboose and guide the train inside the tunnel. Now, there's a rule in threesomes, right? Well, Patrice O'Neal called it a train. If two men are pleasing one woman, they got to be as far away from each other as possible, assuming that they're heterosexual. So, you know what I'm saying? If you hitting it from the back, I'm getting brains, or vice versa. For some reason, the husband wanted to be right next to me while I'm doing the Ron Jeremy, trying to guide the caboose inside the tunnel, and his fingers was mad close to my peak, not quite touching, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like the Sistine Chapel, you know what I'm saying? Like the creation of Adam, you know what I'm saying? Like in Italy, man. This dude tried to make me gay, man. He almost created homosexuality. But that's not even the crazy part, though. Off to the side of the room, I kept hearing a boop. Off to the side of the room, I kept hearing a boop. I was like, what the hell? This shit got EKG on Bluetooth? So, like, the husband hops up, and there's, like, this contraption, and he, like, punches in some codes, and I'm like, what the hell? Am I having sex with the Turminator's grandmother? Well, apparently, this woman is a diabetic, so she lifts up her bloomers, and she has, like, this video game cartridge thing infused inside of her abdomen. I guess it's like an A1C sugar regulator. So he punches up the codes, and it sinks to the contraption in her abdomen. And I'm like, yo, I'm really smashing the Turminator's grandmother. But that's not even the crazy part, though. Because, you know, ladies, when you're young and you get turned on and you get excited, you know, your lady regions, it's like water. It's like primatine mist. It's like ocean spray. It's like a waterfall. It's very aquatic. Now, she was a little long in the tooth, and she was malnourished with the hydration. So whenever she got wet, it was like blue cheese emanating with every heartbeat. It was like every time our heartbeat, it was more blue cheese. You know what I'm saying? But that's not even the crazy part, though. So the blue cheese done ran out. There's no more in the walk-in cooler. And then she, you know, she like, I need some lube. So I goes to grab the lube off the shiffer robe, and this woman, husband, intercepts the lube, grabs my wrist, and squirts that shit in my hand. I said, this is the most ridiculous sexual experience I've ever had in my entire life. But this is the most hospitable host that I've ever seen. Most guests, they invite you over for dinner, let you use the guest room. They may even let you use the extra bedroom slippers. This dude will lube up your hands so you can have sex with his red-headed, thin-haired, thin-skinned, big-tittied, blue cheese-producing, robotic chick. Crazy, man. Going through all these dry spells, man. That wasn't the only dry spell I went through. I was going through another dry spell. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm glad I got my lady right now. Ain't no more dry spells. Any dry spell that I have right now, it is self-induced. You know what I'm saying? I was going through another dry spell, man, for a minute, like 6 months. And then, like, randomly, I wound up hooking up with a butch lesbian. You don't think that's possible? You don't think just because they dress like men, they don't sometimes get an itching for the dicking? Some of them chicks be having babies, and they can't all afford artificial insemination. Some of them hoes be taking dick. Like, I remember years ago, it was a Facebook meme with this pregnant stud lesbian, and she just standing on the basketball court with a pregnant belly out. You know what I'm saying? Then one of the homeboys walked up on her. He was like, "Yo, dag Lex, what happened?" She was like, "I was drinking with my niggas. Fucked around and got your boy pregnant." You know what I mean? Because you can't sleep on the stud vagina. To me, butch lesbians, they're kind of like a pineapple. Look at the anatomy of a pineapple. You know what I'm saying? They got that hard exterior, you know, feel me? And they got like the green spikes on the top because a lot of studs get the size of their head shaven. A lot of them, coincidentally, get the green dye to bring out the haircut. You peel back those layers, man, ain't nothing but a bunch of sweet feminine goodness on the inside, man. Plus, man, you don't sleep on the stud box. A lot of them are givers more than receivers. They don't like really being touched that much. So it's a lot more tighter and more pleasurable, man. There's a lot more pleasure with the bad activities, man. And if you ever like wanted to go hiking in the forest, but you was afraid of the potential wildlife, stars ain't really known for really shaving down there too much. They leave it real bushy and forest-like, you know. So when you smashing them, it's almost like a simulation going through the safari where your penis is the machete. I'm searching for the pleasure. I'm chopping through the pleasure. I'm searching for the pleasure. Oh shit, that's the wrong hole. That's a stink hole. So I'm about to have sex with this stud, right? And right before we had love, she put on a strap on. And she said, "Bend over, motherfucker. I want to go first." And I was mad offended. Because that shit was white. It was bigger than mine. I said, "How dare this woman bring this 4-inch abomination to the bedroom?" See, that's the thing I don't understand about not all lesbians, but some lesbians. Because they claim they don't like men, but they use toys and apparatus on themselves and others for pleasure that resemble penises. If I was a lesbian, I would not want my toy to look nothing like the male genitalia. Fuck that. I would want my toy to look like a tongue, a fist, Wanda Sykes afro, anything that's not related to the man parts. Could you imagine a strap-on that looked like Wanda Sykes? The dildo part, that would be hilarious. And if it made sound effects every time we went through, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going. That's so stupid. That's why, like, one thing, I'm not gay, but I respect gay. Gay guys got it figured out. Gay men have it figured out. Because you'll never see two gay dudes that's about to have some weed time and one of them put on a fake vagina. You know what I'm saying? That shit would look ridiculous, man. Could you imagine two gay dudes about to do Netflix and dicks, and right before they have love, he's like, chill, player. You don't even need these condoms. I got these pussy pull-ups. That shit would look ridiculous. It'll be all bulky, look like a pamper. This dude comes to the bedroom with like Tommy from Rugrats. Bum, 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 bum. Take me there. I want to go there. Make a wish. Close your eyes and count to 5. All I'm saying is, if you claim you're a lesbian, but you use toys and apparatus on yourself and others for pleasure that resemble penises, that's like saying you're a vegan, but you eat celery that tastes like sausages. It's vegetables, but deep down, we know what you crave. You crave meat. You crave that beef, man. That's what you crave, man. I'm happy I'm out of the dating game, especially at this age. Because I was on the dating apps heavy. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not the first choice. You look at me, I'm like an Arby's sandwich. I got the meats. But you see the clientele that go to Arby's, man. They're a bunch of weirdos, man. Out of shape, weird looking motherfuckers, yo. Like, who in their right mind is lunchtime and like Arby's is their first choice? Now, you want some McDonald's? Nah. You want some Wendy's? Nah, man. Let me get that roast beef sandwich with the horseradish and a spicy mustard. That's who I am, man. I matched with this one chick. I gave her the rundown of the date. I was going to take a dinner, karaoke, you feel me, a comedy show, whatever. You know what I mean? We just see what happens from there. She was like, that sounds all well and good. You could take me out. You could wine and dine. You could entertain me. You could feed me. But I'm getting dessert at home with somebody else. Say, ain't that about a bitch? This chick treat me like a volunteer firefighter, man. How I'm going to take all the risk and do all the work, somebody else get to pay. And by pay, I mean pussy. I put the bread in the oven just so somebody else can eat it. I want to enjoy those slices, man. Damn dating apps. But that's what happens when you're the RB sandwich you're dating, man. People ain't going to appreciate you. And one thing is, I really think about it. I never really understood why women use dating apps. I don't understand it. Because women have been getting dick offers for dick every single day, probably since they was 12 years old, and now they get all the digital dick attention too. Bitches that use dating apps are like millionaires that use food stamps. How much more government assistance do you need? She want the government cheese, the Swiss cheese, the Gouda, the provolone, the pepper jack. This chick want the whole dairy section of the deli. And there's the thing, like these ladies, man, on these dating apps, it's very, very confusing. Because it's always, y'all ladies always have these mixed messages, right? Y'all always have this universal phrase that 99.9 of y'all say is, I'm not looking for a hookup. Not looking for a hookup. Not looking for a hookup. But her profile picture is booty cheeks, man. Booty cheeks with the well-tell thong above of it. And the tattoo of Bible scriptures on top of the well-tell thong. I'm talking about John 3:16. For God loved the world so much, he gave his only begotten son. I'm like, bitches, we about to have sex on Sunday service. This is ridiculous, man. It's like they want plausible deniability. Nowadays, dudes got to get the booty by accident. Oh, my God. I just slipped into the booty. Oh, my God. I forgot to put on a condom. Oh, my God. I accidentally came inside of her. Oh, my God. She held my baby for 9 months. Oh, my God. I'm on child support for the next 18 years. This all happened by accident. And being that I'm the RB saying what you're dating, you know who matches with me the most? The BBWs. BBWs. Big, beautiful women. And you know they are big, beautiful women because they only show their pictures from the neck up. If they truly believe that they were beautiful along with their bigness, they would have more confidence and show the entire package. I need you to show me everything. I need to know if I need an ace bandage and a Gatorade before I pick you up. It ain't about your size. It's about your confidence. I need my lady to have Lizzo-like confidence. I need my big woman to have the confidence to twerk at the Staples Center with her ass cheeks out in front of children. If she don't got that kind of confidence, she can't be my bitch. And they always have a heading. They always have a heading on their dating profiles like, I know what you thinking. I'm a BBW. And if you don't like it, I just assume she talked like this because that's how her face looks. If you don't like it, you can keep it moving. It's like, what? I don't understand why women do things like this. They make disclaimers for individuals that's going to swipe left as soon as they look at their picture without reading her wasted characters. That's like me saying, if you don't like light-skinned dudes with glasses with the bald head and the pot belly, swipe left. I don't have to swipe left. I don't have to type that up because you're going to swipe left. I don't have to type that up. You're going to swipe left as soon as you look at my picture, man. It's like they're gaslighting themselves, creating this fictitious situation in their head that they're rejecting men that never wanted them in the first place. That's like a bum with a full shopping cart talking about, ain't nobody going to steal my cans. Nobody wants your cans. Nobody wants your 5 cents. And if she would have kept it moving, maybe she wouldn't be a BBW. All I'm saying, moving with the kickboxing, the Pilates, the P90X, the typo, and I can talk trash. As you can see, I'm a fat dude. That's one of the reasons why I don't lose weight. So I keep making jokes about fat people. I'm going to lose like 40% of my act if I lose 40% of my weight. Now, one time, I matched with this chick in a wheelchair. She had some nice headlights. And her heading said, I'm not looking for a one-night stand. I said, bitch, you'll be happy if you could stand one night. This chick blocked me immediately, man. She didn't like my jokes. And as a result, I'm banned from Hinge. And at my age, 47 years old, I don't use the dating apps, but just over 40 in general, I used to match with chicks that was 65 years of age or better. You know what their headings always say? I'm looking for a long-term situation. The letters literally shake. I'm looking for a long-term situation. This bitch got Parkinson's fine. I'm looking for a long-term situation. Like, bitch, but you got a short-term life. You better take this short-term dick. She only got about 5 more minutes. She gonna be dead before Murder, She Wrote go off. I bet her coochie smell like snickerdoodle cookies. And I know exactly how her ringtone or her alarm sound. It wakes up in the morning like this. Yeah, she got the theme to Newhart. Yeah, man. So happy I'm with my lady. So happy I got my girl right now, man. Because I remember my ex broke up with me for the stupidest of reasons. She wanted me to wait 90 days until it was time to, do that love thing. Till it was time to pick her flowers. And I made it to the finish line. And when it's time to collect my trophy, when it was time to get my bouquet, she wanted me to use a condom. Ugh. I told her I can't use condoms because it fucks with my pH balance. And by pH, I mean penis hardening. Because I'm 47 years old. Condom is like cock kryptonite. Whenever I put one on, I feel like a Vietnam veteran with both of his arms blown off my dirty bomb. I can't salute my sex soundtrackers. She gave me the dishonorable discharge. So it's a good thing we broke up because that was a nasty motherfucker. She was so dirty, whenever she got out of the bathtub, it looked like Saturn. Get it? Because it got that ring around it. You know what I'm saying? Her bathroom looked like space, the final frontier. She had Star Wars towels and R2D2 toothpaste. Nah, that's not the reason why we broke up. The real reason why we broke up, you know what I'm saying? Because she's a younger lady, I'm an older man. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was 42 and she was 29, and I don't have the same drive that I had when I was a man in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I had the sex drive like a push start engine on a 2026 Porsche. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Beating out the cops. Breaking the speed limit. Risking life and limb. Running red lights. If you know what that means, y'all some freaks. Now, 47 years old, my sex drive is like the crank start engine on a 1920s Model T box Ford car. 0 to 60, never. Foreplay for me now is like this. Turn on the radio. Damn, I gotta get out and start this old ass shit up again, man. Give me some more foreplay. I need a honey pack. Give me a Viagra. He's in the army now. Yeah, the army. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. That's the soundtrack to my dick. Because I'm 47 years old and I'm happy. Because a lot of times, black people don't be living that long, especially black males. Between diabetes, police brutality, child support, and the COVID vaccine, we are an endangered species. And as you get older, your priorities start to change. When I was young, I used to want to get some sex. Now that I'm older, I just want to get some sleep, man. I don't need pussy, I need pillows. I don't need the booty, I need the blankets. I don't need titties, I need Tempur-Pedic. Your sex goals change when you get older. When you're young, it's all about the orgasm. When you're a man over 40, peeing after the orgasm feels better than the orgasm. Because nowadays, when I make love to my lady and I should happen to reach the climactic regions, I'm like, ooh, baby, that was good. Make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the crusts cut off. But when I pee after that shit, I'm like, shit. I'm like, baby, could you do that thing that made me pee after that came? It feels so wonderful. I need a cigarette and I don't even smoke. And I think that is enough dirty that I gave y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of doing this dirty stuff. But this is what I do every Thursday just to, you know what I'm saying, just to release a little tension, you know what I mean? Just to have a little fun with it. And just to make sure that my dirty stuff still stays sharp, because once I get on these cruise lines, I gotta make sure the blades on them jokes are still kind of sharp. And there was a couple of them where I kind of tripped up a little bit, you know what I mean? But we keep working this out. Watch some game tape, watch some old tapes of me doing these jokes, like the 65-year-old threesome. I've been doing that since like 2021. You know what I'm saying? But I stopped doing it for a while. But you know, I think it's a great joke. I like that joke because I caught an old lady the twerkinator's grandmother. That's why I do the whole joke about the robot stripper. You know what I'm saying? Earlier, because I referred to the robot stripper as the twerkinator, and then later on as a callback, I said, "Damn, I'm fucking the twerkinator's grandmother." So there's a reason why I structure it. There's a reason why I do that robot stripper joke first, because I know I'm gonna do the 65-year-old couple, which has a reference to the twerkinator. I mean, I'm just giving y'all some inside baseball, not even just how I write, how I structure my sets just in general. Just give y'all a little inside look at what I do, man. As I tell all my young and up-and-coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. If the comedy guys have not given you anything new to scribe on that page, that is their way of telling you to perfect the things that they already gave you. And you got tons and tons of things to perfect, man. So you can't think of nothing new to write. Work on it. Perfect it, man. Stay away from the nonsense. Stay away from the foolishness. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the rumors. Focus on the funny and lead with love. Life is not something that happens in spite of you. Life is an experience to behold. So get to beholding and enjoy. With that being said, enjoy your Thursday night. I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. Yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. I knew I forgot something. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment.